good morning. Today is November 1st, which means that Victober is sadly over. I will continue to be reading Victorian books, first of all because I enjoy them, but second of all because I am in a Victorian course at my college, so it's somewhat required. But I quickly wanted to share with you the books that I finished in October and the challenges that they fulfill. I will also link below my TBR video for Victober and also the announcement video for Victober. The first book that I'm going to talk about is Cranford by Elizabeth Gaskell. This is for the Read a Book by a Female Author challenge. This is the second time that I had read Cranford. The first time I read it was about 3 or 4 years ago, so it was very interesting to reapproach Gaskell's work through the ideas of what it says about gender and what it says about class and what it says about the place of a woman in society and the home. The next book that I want to talk about is Carmilla by J. Sheridan Le Fanu. This is for the Read a Supernatural Victorian book, and this book is one of the first vampire novels, and this follows a mysterious young woman who stays with this family, this father and daughter, at their estate, and some stuff goes down. This was interesting because of its very strong LGBT homoerotic undertones, which was great. If you're interested in reading more Victorian literature that has those homoerotic undertones, or whether intentional or not, I will link below a video that Katie from Books and Things put up about the subject, and I found it very interesting and quite enjoyable. The next book is Lady Audley's Secret by Mary Elizabeth Braddon. This is for the Read a Book That Was Recommended to You challenge, and basically all of the books that I read are for a course and they're required, so kind of recommended but also required. This book talks about Lady Audley and her secret. Like many of the books that I'm reading for my Victorian course, I'm looking at the ways that the novels talk about class and gender and the role of femininity in the domestic and public spheres, as well as masculinity. So this was a very interesting book. And then I have a very short book, which is Cassandra by Florence Nightingale, an angry outcry against the forced idleness of Victorian women, and this is for a book that, a lesser known Victorian book. So this had less than 100 ratings on Goodreads, and this very small essay is Nightingale reflecting on the limitations that are put on Victorian women and her feelings on that, which are very strong. This is one of my new favorite feminist works. Reading this, I found a lot of similarities to Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own, and I thought a lot about Rebecca Solnit's Men Explain Things to Me, and I would highly recommend to everyone. The last book, I don't have a physical copy to show you because my class read a PDF. But that is the Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. This fulfills the challenge to read a book by an Irish, Scottish, or Welsh author, and Oscar Wilde was Irish, I believe. Yes. And so the Picture of Dorian Gray follows a picture of Dorian Gray. You've guessed it. But it's definitely much more complex than that, and I've really enjoyed reading it. So those were all the books that I have to talk about today. I hope that you all read some amazing things during Victober. There's a plethora of great works out there from the time. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another video.